And we're back into the gap again. I can understand that a little. But, I kind of have planned a little bit more than just one video or two. I do have a couple of more I want to share with you, but I'm not going to go into that other span until I have things all sorted out within the gap. Yes, the TV is playing back, so I'm just going to try to keep the little chair right here, just blocking the view so that way it does not actually violate any copyright claims or anything like that or whatnot. So, I wanted to get down to something that's been really getting on my mind, and there are numerous topics that I have to talk about, especially one that concerns... Yep, let me just put it there. Okay, there you go. Which, I don't really make a big deal out of it, but we'll get to that here, probably in another video. But, let's get down to it. You know, if some of you actually remember watching my YouTube channel, you would know that I was actually talking about my personal life back then, which is back months ago when I was discussing things years ago, back in, in high school, my feuds, all that crap and all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. And then, of course, I've told you guys, if you want to actually avoid stuff, you got to keep, the personal life crap out of it. But it's a subject that I want to tackle. It's not about me, okay? Safely to say. So 100% assuring it has nothing to do with me. It's a topic that I've actually heard over at work before. And it's getting to a point where it's really annoying the crap out of me and a lot of people. And that's where I kind of think I've seen, I completely understand why it's so annoying. Even for people that lost respect for me, I can at least see on this point of view, on this plane, I can understand why, because it's so extremely annoying. You don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to have anything to do with any of these points that just keep flying across. Oh, I'm having trouble with this. This person is annoying me. Well, at work, not really at work today. It was more like 2 days ago. I had an associate tell me, this is actually back 2 to 3 weeks ago too, so we went all the way to that. Person who they knew broke up with him. The boyfriend-girlfriend thing, She kept telling me, okay, well, this person is harassing her, and, her Facebook was hacked. And he just kept coming to her place of work every day. And she did not like one bit of it. She ended up bawling. She was asking me what to do, and and I walked over to my car just saying, well, okay, look, I'm sorry, but there's going to be something you're going to have to do. I mean, I told her not to worry. I told her, just be calm. If he asks anything, why you were over here, you were asking for directions. And, of course, it had nothing to do with me doing anything. She just needed to talk to me about that certain problem. So, a couple days later, she kept talking about the same individual over and over again. And he kept showing up. And she kept talking about how much he was harassing her. And I got to a point, it's like, okay, I think it's now to a point where I think you need to file some sort of restraining order or take legal action against this person, because if they are making you that much miserable and they are stalking you, then it's a problem. Have a restraining order, for God's sakes. And also from the fact that she has been written up twice because of this certain individual. Now, being alone, I'm just going to say to you as the audience that if you have someone in your life who is harassing you in your place of work, in your place of whatever you do privately, whatever it is you want to do with other people and not have that person involved, take legal action. If they completely disregard the warnings that you give them and they still continue to follow you and creep you out, then take legal action. Seriously. Cannot stress the fact that it becomes so much... Words just can't describe the type of situation where it is if you don't really, defend yourself in that sort of way, and the person continues to stalk you and make they kind of sabotage you in a way. I mean, imagine getting written up because some person is harassing you at work and you try to get them to go away. Of course, the situation may be a little bit different from that, but I'm just saying, if you have someone who is constantly harassing you at work or anything like that, talk to your boss, talk to an associate, talk to someone you know, even talk to a policeman, for God's sakes. I mean, Lord knows you don't want to be harassed all the time, 24/7. Now, taking alone from experience, what I did back then when I was in high school was not trying to get to a point where it was so stalkerish, but yeah, you know what, I had issues, I had problems, And guess what? Like I said, I deserved that sort of thing. It happened to me. I had to deal with it, but not to a point where I wanted to extremely harass someone, which is why I always ask them, I'm not bothering you, am I? I would ask them that question over and over again, so that way I would be sure that I'm good. Like I said, it was also part of my paranoid problems. But this right here is a completely different type of scenario. When someone is constantly bothering you at your place of work, a private place, whatever it is, it's extremely annoying and it's extremely creepy. And being that I'm in Las Vegas, it doesn't really change the whole entire scenario that there are a lot of creeps out here and a lot of scumbags. Not to mention my store that I work at. It's one of the most highest theft stores, and it really affects me. But that's for another time. But you know, you can't let that shit, get in your way. That's really all I'm just going to say for this video. If you know of anyone who is harassing you or constantly harassing your friends, family, or anything like that, contact the police or contact some sort of legal representative. Have a lawyer out. Actually, file a restraining order for that. File a restraining order for you if they're harassing you directly. Because, no one should have to deal with that sort of shit. So, for my next upcoming video, I will be discussing the issue of Metallica and the whole Justin Bieber thing, which a lot of you will not be apparently surprised, but that's for my next upcoming video, so I will catch you guys later. Justin is out. Have a good night.